It was a Tuesday, not a special day, not a holiday, just an ordinary weekday that started like any other. The city outside was waking up, people rushing to work, and I was at my desk, coffee in hand, determined to finally crack the code. Literally, 17 hours into a Python tutorial, my brain was mush. My eyes burned from staring at the screen, and the words on the page started to blur together. I'd lost track of how many times I'd replayed the same section, hoping something would finally click. I could recite coding concepts in my sleep, but faced with a blank editor, I froze. The cursor blinked back at me, almost mocking my hesitation. All that knowledge, but I couldn't turn it into action. I couldn't build a thing, not even a basic calculator. The simplest project felt like climbing a mountain with no map. Months of tutorials, and I had nothing to show for it. My desk was littered with notes, printouts, and half-finished ideas, but not a single completed project. I realized I was a professional student, not a coder. I was great at absorbing information, but terrible at applying it. It was like watching cooking shows, but never touching a knife. I knew the theory, but my hands had never felt the heat of the kitchen. That day, I closed my last tutorial tab. I stared at the screen for a long moment, feeling a strange mix of defeat and relief. The dream of learning by osmosis was dead. I finally admitted that just watching and reading would never make me a developer, but in that moment, I saw the real problem, my approach. I wasn't failing because I couldn't learn. I was failing because I wasn't doing. I was learning in reverse, collecting drops of knowledge, never building anything real. It was like gathering puzzle pieces but never putting them together to see the picture. What if I just tried to build something no matter how rough? What if I let myself make mistakes and learn from them, instead of waiting to be ready? Building would force me to learn what I needed, when I needed it. I'd finally be solving real problems, not just following along. It was terrifying, but freeing. The fear of failure was real, but so was the excitement of actually creating something of my own. I made a pact: no more tutorials without a purpose. Every lesson had to serve a project, not just fill out a notebook. Every line of code would serve a real project I cared about. I would measure progress by what I built, not by how many videos I watched. I would stop spectating and start building. No more sidelines. I was stepping onto the field. This was more than a strategy shift. It was a total overhaul. I was clearing out the clutter, both on my desk and in my mind. The old way failed me. It was time for a new experiment. I was ready to embrace the messiness of real learning. I was done learning about tools. I was ready to use them. The only way forward was to build, break, and rebuild. The journey had finally begun. This time I wasn't just dreaming. I was doing. With my new mindset, I knew I needed a deadline, something to force me out of my comfort zone and into action. So I drew a line in the sand. 90 days to go from zero to landing a six-figure tech job. No shortcuts, no extensions, just pure focus. My friends thought I was completely out of my mind. Honestly, I couldn't blame them. I wasn't sure I believed it myself, but that was exactly the point. The crazier the goal, the less room I had for excuses or hesitation. I had to burn the bridges behind me. With just 90 days, every single hour suddenly mattered. Time became my most valuable resource, and I couldn't afford to waste a minute. That meant no more hiding behind endless tutorials or busy work. I had to be ruthless about what I spent my energy on, only what moved me forward. The real gamble wasn't just on the outcome, but on a new way of learning, by actually doing the job before anyone officially gave it to me. I was convinced that building a portfolio of real working projects would speak louder than any certificate or online badge ever could. After all, companies don't just want people who know things, they want people who can solve real problems, who can think on their feet and deliver results. So I set my challenge: build at least 3 substantial projects in 3 months, each one bigger and more ambitious than the last. Each project had to solve a real-world problem and showcase a different set of skills. No filler, no fluff, just proof I could deliver. My day job was coding, but it was just the beginning. My nights and weekends, that's when the real grind happened. More coding, more building, more learning. There was no time for breaks or distractions, just a relentless cycle of building, learning, and proving to myself that I could actually do this. The goal wasn't just to fill the time, but to create undeniable evidence that I was ready for the next level, a portfolio that couldn't be ignored. This was my all-in, no safety net experiment. I was putting everything on the line, betting on myself when no one else would. I was betting that action would always beat theory, that doing would teach me more than any book or course ever could. The clock was ticking, and every day was a new chance to get closer to my goal, or fall behind. I was determined to win my own insane bet. The countdown had begun, and there was no turning back. The Project First protocol flips learning on its head, challenging the traditional approach to education. Instead of starting with endless theory and abstract concepts, you dive straight into a project you genuinely care about. Pick something meaningful to you. Maybe it's an app, a website, or even a tool to solve a personal problem. Your project becomes your North Star, guiding every learning decision you make along the way. Break the project into smaller tasks. Need a button? Google how to make a button and learn just enough to get it working. You learn only what you need, apply it immediately, and keep moving forward, building momentum with every step. Each small win, no matter how minor, fuels your motivation and propels you to tackle the next challenge. Unlike following tutorials step by step, you're actively solving real problems, not just copying someone else's code. You'll get stuck, and sometimes it'll feel frustrating, but that's exactly where the deepest learning happens. The struggle to overcome obstacles forges knowledge that sticks with you far more than passive watching ever could. This method is efficient, embracing just-in-time learning so you only focus on what's relevant right now, not what might be useful someday. You avoid wasting hours on irrelevant topics, and your learning stays laser-focused on your goals. The feedback loop is tight: problem, solution, result. So you see progress and improvement in real time. Motivation builds as your project grows, and you see your ideas come to life, feature by feature. You're not just collecting random knowledge, you're building a portfolio, real proof of your skills and creativity. Every new feature you add is a fresh line on your resume, a story you can share with future employers or collaborators. The Project First protocol transforms you from a passive consumer into an active creator, someone who learns by building and builds by learning. Before Project First, I was stuck in tutorial hell. It's a cozy trap, endless videos, zero original work. You feel productive but can't code from scratch. Tutorials are safe. The code always works, the answers are given, but it's an illusion, like pedaling a stationary bike and thinking you're moving. The real danger? You never feel ready. One more course becomes a never-ending cycle. It's procrastination disguised as preparation. Readiness isn't a feeling. It's built through action. Escaping means embracing discomfort and being willing to fail. Your first project will be ugly and buggy. That's okay. My first project was a mess, but it was mine. I learned more from that disaster than from 100 hours of tutorials. Breaking free means trading comfort for challenge. Only by building do you become a real developer. Tutorial hell ends when you start creating. My first real project was the Smart Pantry app. I was tired of missing ingredients mid-recipe, so I built a solution. The idea: log pantry items, input a recipe URL, and see what I was missing. I started simple: add an item to a list on a web page. I Googled exactly what I needed, skipped the full courses, and got it working. Saving data led me to Firebase, another targeted search, another win. Each feature was a new challenge, each victory a confidence boost. The hardest part? Scraping ingredients from recipe sites. It was messy, but when it worked, I felt unstoppable. The app was flawed, but it was real, and it was mine. It became the cornerstone of my portfolio. Building it taught me more than any tutorial ever could. Next, I wanted something more impressive. Enter Neighborhood Watch AI. My neighborhood had package theft, so I built a tool to analyze security footage. The app detected cars, identified make and model, and read license plates. I knew nothing about AI, but I didn't let that stop me. I Googled how to detect objects in video, found YOLO, and got it running. Each step, car detection, make model ID, license plate reading, was a new puzzle. I hit endless errors, but kept going. The final system could ID a car and plate from grainy footage. It was complex, powerful, and solved a real problem. This project became the centerpiece of my portfolio. It showed I could tackle big challenges and deliver results. Building it proved I was more than just a coder. I was a problem solver. My 90-day challenge was a grind. Up at 5:30 a.m., coding before work. Mornings were for the hardest problems. After my day job, I coded again. UI tweaks, documentation, research. No passive learning, only active building. Weekends were marathon sessions, sometimes spent on a single bug. The temptation to quit was real, but my goal chart kept me focused. Breakthroughs came late at night, after hours of struggle. Some days, I was too exhausted to code. On those days, I organized files or planned next steps. Anything to keep momentum. I learned to avoid 0 days. Progress, no matter how small, was the key. The grind was tough, but every step moved me closer to my goal. By day 75, I had 3 solid projects and started applying for jobs. I was terrified. No CS degree, just a portfolio. But recruiters noticed my projects, not my lack of credentials. Interviews focused on my apps, the challenges, my solutions, my process. I could explain every decision, every bug, every breakthrough. My projects told a story of real problem solving. They proved I could build, not just memorize. On day 88, I got a 6-figure offer. The hiring manager said, "We can teach tech, but not curiosity or grit." My portfolio showed I had both. The project first protocol was validated. I hadn't just learned to code, I'd learned to deliver value. That's what got me hired. If you're stuck in tutorial hell, there's a way out. Decide to stop being a passive consumer and start creating. Close your tutorials, log out of the course platform. You've learned enough to start. Pick one project, small, achievable, and exciting. Don't build the next Facebook. Build a movie tracker or a budget tool. Write down your idea and break it into the tiniest first step. Tomorrow, do just that step. Embrace the struggle. You'll get stuck, but that's where you grow. Don't search for another course. Search for the solution to your problem. Every bug you fix is a lesson earned. Show your work. Put it on GitHub. Deploy it. Make it real. Each project is evidence of your skills. Your GitHub is your new resume. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start building now. Your future self will thank you. Go build something cool.